Hi everyone, my name is Diane and welcome to day 8 of Valentine visits with My Pink Bathtub. We are past the halfway mark and we're now into the weekend. Tonight we have a family dinner to attend, so trying to get this video done a little bit earlier. And I am starting a new project. If you have not yet reached out to me, please do so for the pattern winners, but we are going to be talking about a new pattern to me, and a new pattern possibly for one of you, because today I'm going to ask you to leave a comment in this episode for a chance to win another pattern. Just one this time, just one pattern. My friend Amanda is the hand dyer behind Sweet Skein of Mine yarn. She's out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, and she has also written up some patterns and she has them in her Etsy shop, and her latest pattern is called the Stonehill Chill Cowl. It takes one skein of DK weight yarn. So I did a deep dive of my pink and Valentine yarn in DK weight to try to find something to use for this pattern. And I have 3 options and I have picked one. There's no wheel spinning of this because I've made the decision, but I'm going to share with you the 2 options that I thought I was going to go with and then the final decision that I came up with. The first one is this very nice pale pink DK weight yarn. I bought this last year from Dragonfly Fibre Studio. Her name is Annette. She was originally based out of Saskatchewan and I believe has moved to Alberta. She has an Etsy shop. I think she goes down south for the winter and her Etsy shop might be temporarily closed, but I will put the link below regardless. Now this is an MCN, so it's 80% wool, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. So I thought this is going to be lovely on the skin. Not, I think, the best color for me. It's almost skin tony. The real reason why I didn't choose this color was because it's only 80 grams. It's not 100 grams, and it doesn't give the yardage of how many yards is in this or how many meters. So I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough. Plus, look at the color. I don't think it's the best color option. A nice choice, but not happening for this project. The color is called pale pink and it is lovely. I mean, it's almost nice to make pig items with, but it's got cashmere in it. So I do have a lovely darker gray color that I could maybe, and it also has cashmere, I believe. I could probably put the 2 together. I really want to learn how to do color work better. I find my strands are way too tight when I ever attempt to knit something with 2 different colors. So I think that would be a good choice for this, and it would really make it pop with a charcoal gray. So this is definitely something for the near future to consider, but not for this pattern. I went up into my yarn room trying to find that gray color to show you how it would look together. Can't find that particular one I was thinking of, but I did find this one. And this is the same dyer, and I have 2 of them, and the same base with the cashmere, but these ones are 100 grams and this is 80 grams. So possibly something I could make together because this would really pop nice with the gray. Got a little sidetracked on that. So that was kind of one option I was thinking of because we're, you know, it's Valentine's Day and we want to stick to pink or Valentine's Day colors, which I just, see how I just changed the rule there? The second option was this. Austin Woolen Mill is a new mill in Manitoba, and I've gone out to see them a couple times. They're in Austin, Manitoba, which is more than an hour and a half from where I live. And this one is, I think, would be like a DKE weight, even though it doesn't really say. I really like the marled pink. It's a little thick and thin, just a tad, because this was kind of like their learning spinning. And this is 100% wool. And it's 300 meters, 115 grams. It's considered a 2-ply. But it's not as nice on the skin, especially on the neck. And again, not sure if this color would really do anything for me around my face. So, but this was another option. I do really like that marled pink look. So what I ended up picking, it's not pink. It is not pink, but I think it's going to be perfect for this project. And this was gifted to me by a dear friend, my friend Kathy, and I couldn't think of a better way to use it. It is amazing on the skin, amazingly soft. This is a Juniper Moon Farms yarn. It is pure extra fine baby alpaca with nothing else in it, 100% alpaca. So it may stretch a little, but all the research I've done says that a cowl is a good option for an alpaca project, as opposed to maybe a fitted garment that may stretch. This is a 3-weight light yarn and it's 215 yards. And this is what I'm going to make Amanda's cowl pattern with. The only problem is I'm swiftless. I sold my Swift yesterday to a lovely lady, and I have not yet received my Amish Swift, and I really want to start this. So I think we're going to have to find an alternative way to roll it up into a ball so I can use this. I wish we had Feel TV right now that you could feel this. It is just decadent, and it is coming on the screen a little bit brighter than in person. Often when I see that, it does tend to be true to color when I edit it, so I'm hoping that is the case. So Amanda's pattern. Amanda has graciously donated a pattern on my channel to give away. And we are going to do the same thing again. We are going to ask you lovely viewers to leave a comment below for a chance to win the pattern. And I am going to pick the winner on February the 14th and reveal the name then. I kind of took a quick look through the pattern. It seems very straightforward. It's very well written. And you do need 2 different needle sizes, which I have found to get started. Need to get this prepared. The only other project I have on the go right now is my socks, which is part of it's my February socks for our sock along with Socksy Nana Alice. And I haven't really had time to do more knitting on it. I did say last night I was going to keep going, but I just didn't. But here is where we are at with this beautiful, beautiful yarn from Cloud9 Fiberworks. And this heel mini yarn is from Borealis, which is in Edmonton. Calgary. I think she's in Calgary, apologies. She's in Alberta. Both Canadian hand dyers. I really have been focusing on Canadian hand dyed yarn over the past year, mainly because I want to support Canada, support Canadian dyers, and also the exchange rate from Canadian to US dollars is very high. plus shipping is quite high. So I'm just staying close to home when I've been doing my purchasing, and I've been doing that for over a year. So I've got to get started on that project. But I was also looking at this little guy, this little leftover yarn from the hat that I made my friend at the beginning of this series. And I've got one of these ornament ribbons, and I'm going to try and whip up a heart with this leftover yarn as an ornament. I showed this a long time ago on my channel, but I just thought I would share it with you again, how I've been kind of organizing some of my needles. My smaller double-pointed needles and my circular needles are all in this bin. Photo organizer. I bought this from Michael's in Canada, and it has all these little compartments, and I labeled them all. Then I put anything that would fit in here, like various size circular needles. I also have some double-pointed needles in some of these. Most of my double-pointed needles are longer length, so they don't fit. I already broke the handle on it, but it still snaps closed. So this was a great way for me to kind of keep myself organized with my needles when I'm trying to find a circular needle for a project. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't tell you what to put in your comment to be eligible for the Stonehill Chill Cowl. That was designed by Amanda from Sweet Skein of Mine. There will be one winner drawn on February the 14th on Valentine's Day to receive a copy of the pattern. And in your comment below, I would like you to use the word chill. CHILL. And put that word in a creative way in a comment, and anyone who has that word in that comment will be eligible for the draw on February the 14th. Good luck, everyone. Speaking of Amanda, it is time to open the next day of her countdown to Cupid yarn. We are on day number 8, and the color name is True Love. True Love. True Love. Yellow. Well, there's some yellow in it. We've got a bit of orange and pale pink and a brighter pink and some yellow. Pretty. I think once I spread these all out, I think this has quite a few friends in this collection of yarn that would work well together with it. Maybe grouping them together would make a fun pair of socks. I have no idea right now what I want to do with any of these minis. Day 7 of Judy's yarn that she sent me, and it is from Green Button Jar. Now I keep failing to mention that Green Button Jar is a Canadian hand dyer, and they are based out of Ontario. I believe Windsor, Ontario is where they're located. And this is definitely a fade. Is it all starting to look the same to you? This is a brighter pink for sure. Lovely. And it all came from their Merry and Bright Advent offerings this past December. And day 8 of Lichen and Lace, the mystery minis that you may receive if you order mystery minis from Lichen and Lace, and they are based out of New Brunswick, Sackville, New Brunswick. This one's going to go nice with Amanda's yarn today. Look at that. This is called Rose Hip. I really appreciate that they have cards on all of their mystery minis with the names of the colors, that if you fall in love with one of them, you can order a full skein. Beautiful. Rose Hip. Let's look at all of these together. And they all seem to, it's surprising how a lot of them are really looking great together. See these two? And you see this big honkin' ball of yarn? This yarn, well, bigger than the size of my head. It's just a Red Heart Comfort yarn. Now, don't come at me about Red Heart. It isn't 100% acrylic yarn, but once washed, it does soften up. And this one is much softer than the Super Saver Red Heart. Giant ball. Bought it from Walmart a while ago. This color is called Hot Pink, and I'm going to be using this ball of yarn, and I'll probably start it in a few days' time to make kitten mittens, toddler kitten mittens for my markets. That'll be this fall. When I started making toddler size mittens, because I had a lot of customers asking me to make kids mittens, a lot, because I originally just started making adult size, just mittens that fit me. So it was a transition that happened during the pandemic when we were all home and had lots of time on our hands, and I designed toddler mittens to sell at markets. But I felt a little unsure about it because kids like to lose their mittens. They sure do. What I ended up finding was on Amazon, actually, multi-packs of mitten clips. See how that nicely goes together? And I include mitten clips with the toddler mittens, and people just eat them up. They really do. They are great gifts. I find grandmas and aunties are my key demographic for these mittens, but they are great gifts. Great gifts. And they are my bestseller, toddler mittens with mitten clips. So we're going to do some hot pink kitten mittens in the coming week. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. And until tomorrow, my friends, bye for now.
In the morning, there's the afternoon.